Hello everyone, I am here with my mom, and if you have been looking at any of my other videos, then you will know that I happen to love gardening, and being someone who has always been a beginner, I personally don't feel that you need to allow lack of experience to ever prohibit you from getting started on something that you want to do. And I'm visiting my mom for the weekend, and I cannot think of anything I would rather do than to sit out here on this beautiful day, which it is. It is magnificent. It's probably in the mid 70s and breezy and just wonderful. And it's a perfect time to plant some vegetables. So what we're going to do is I went ahead and figured out what it is that I know my family would love the most, and what they happen to love are cherry tomatoes, and I know that they like basil, and as far as I'm concerned, anybody could use some lettuce. So this is what we're going to do today. I took the liberty of labeling what we're going to do. We've got 3 rows, as you can see. All right, so all of this is going to be gourmet leaf lettuce. The second one's going to be the basil. This one's going to be the tomatoes. And because of the fact that I am holding the camera, I have taken the liberty, really just to reduce shakiness. I've already gotten the soil in, and using something as simple as a plastic fork, okay, you can take the end of the plastic fork and you can go ahead and poke where you're going to put the seed in, which is right in the middle. And then you can use the end of the fork to pack the soil in, which is what I already did. As I was putting the soil into the containers, I also used a spray bottle, and any spray bottle obviously will do. And I was spraying the soil down to make it nice and damp and mixed it around using the fork. So that way throughout the entire container, the soil is nice and damp. I have already placed my seeds, and basically at this point it is just a matter of, we're going to go ahead and we are going to cover over the top of everything lightly with, I'd want to say, perhaps another, I don't know, quarter to a half an inch of soil. We're going to loosely just kind of let it sit there and lightly pat it. Okay. And very, very easy. Very, very easy. I don't have any fancy gadgets. Okay, I had gotten this actually from the landfill, and it cost me nothing. It cost me absolutely nothing. And you can go and you can get in touch with your local landfill, as I have mentioned in other videos, and you can find out whether or not they give away seed trays for free. I picked up a ton of them and saved a lot of money. Another thing that you can do, at home I usually have my own packets, but because I was traveling, I went ahead and threw the seeds, and with a marker, all I had to do was over the top of them, go ahead and label what I'm using. That's the basil, that's the gourmet leaf lettuce, those are the cherry tomatoes, and then you can store them. They're nice and dry, and that's really all you need to do. It'll travel easily, and that's pretty much it. Now everything has already been packed. The seeds have already been planted, they've been covered over, and instead of pouring water over them, which I've made that mistake before, and I have lived to regret it, the reason being what that typically does is the pressure will kind of bring the seed back to the top of the surface, and you don't want that. You want them to stay covered. So I'm just going to lightly spray over them. And then that's pretty much what you do. That's what you do. My mother had made a suggestion calling this Gardening Made Simple. And I know that there are a ton of videos out there that offer wonderful, wonderful information on how to garden very simply. And I am hoping that mine will add to it. So, this is pretty much what I've done. It was very easy, did not take much time. I consider it a very enjoyable experience. I was sitting out here with my family, And this is something you can do. You can consider it a social activity, just an opportunity to enjoy the weather, enjoy the time with your loved ones, and get some vegetables planted. So this is what I've done. Today is March 28th, 2015. And unfortunately, I won't be here to watch these things germinate, but I will definitely request some reports on how everything is doing. And otherwise, on that note, take care.